On issues of relationships, or in my case, when people ask me, Jerry, what are your views on, for instance, women, I find it interesting that such a broad and sort of expansive question can be posed, because that's kind of like asking, Jerry, what are your views on the universe? I normally try to narrow the question down. And normally, what I find is people are curious or interested in my opinions in terms of what makes a relationship quote unquote work. Now, the reason I place work in quotations is because a working relationship is always itself a work in progress. I have found very few people really have a good enough relationship with themselves to have a great relationship with anyone else, me included. I think we're all growing. We are all trying to figure out who we are in the world, in the universe, trying to figure out ourselves emotionally, psychologically, or spiritually, for a person to affirm belief in a type of deity. And so, in that sense, I don't have any type of simple answers. I really don't sort of delve into hypotheticals in terms of relationships. And I'm always honest about my own vulnerabilities, my own foibles. Some people would say I'm too honest, too upfront. Someone called me Dr. TMI recently. They say you just have a habit of telling us too much. But I view it this way: I much rather tell you what I think, and I much rather tell you what I believe, and have you hate me for who I am and hate me for what I believe, than for you to like me predicated upon the idea of you believing that I am someone or something that I'm not. Um, I I can't live that way. I need for people to know this is where I stand, this is what I believe, and on that basis, or on those bases, you can choose to love me, like me, hate me, dislike me, whatever have you. Simply put, I'm 36 years old. I will soon be 40 years old in this world, in the next few years. And honestly, I've been on this earth far too long to really care what people think about me that much that I'm going to somehow subvert my own personality, my own feelings. I've come too far, done too much to do that. And at the same time, I don't think that's because I've accomplished a certain amount. I think whether or not you accomplish anything, I think authenticity is, if not a right, it is to a certain extent the whole purpose of being. Be authentic. Be yourself. Be you. Let the world hate you or love you based on who you are, not like you or dislike you based on what the world thinks that you are. And I know that can't be narrowed down just to relationships or women per se, but whether we're talking about men, women, whether we're talking about children, or whether we're talking about family systems and cycles, that's how I feel. Authenticity is the only means through which you can get anything done, anything productive, anything positive. And that's my feeling on relationships.